Do you have a need for speed? Whether you want to improve your race time or just have fun, the Run Marana series has something for everyone. Choose your challenge and sign up for one of the 5 races held throughout the year. Visit maranaaz.gov/run to sign up. Your speed, your run, your town.
Is your home in need of serious repairs? Marana's housing rehabilitation program helps qualifying residents with essential fixes like roofing, heating and cooling, electrical work, and water heaters at no cost to you. See if you qualify today at maranaaz.gov/CDBG and keep your home safe and comfortable.
Welcome to Real Talk with the Town, where I sit down with Marana staff to answer your burning questions about our beautiful community. My name is Terry Rozema, and I'm the town manager for the town, so let's get started. Welcome, everybody, to another episode of Real Talk with the Town. My name is Terry, and I am your host, and today we have a special guest all the way from Marana High School, the principal there, Caitlyn Kauffman. Caitlyn, how you doing today?
I'm good. I'm excited to be here.
Yeah, excellent. So we're going to get into some really fascinating stuff about the sports world and the successes of Marana High School. And there's a lot of them. And I hope you brought a list, because I saw a list not that long ago and I was blown away. But before we do that, we always do a little icebreaker.
Okay.
And since we're talking about school and high school, I remember as I was getting ready to graduate, we had this list. I guess it's called a superlative.
Okay.
The high school superlatives, and it's the class clown and the class this and the most likely to this and most likely to that. So, Caitlyn, what was in your what would be your superlative?
Oh, it's hard because I think people are surprised sometimes to hear that I'm a high school principal, because in high school I was a great student and I was involved in sports and marching band and different things, and I was definitely a leader on campus. But I did love to find any way to ditch a class. And so I would say, don't tell my students this.
I hope they're not listening.
I hope they're not listening too, but probably most likely to ditch a class.
Most likely to ditch a class.
I did stay on my academics though, and I always had good grades, and so I pulled it off somehow.
Okay.
I guess.
All right. So if you have a student at Marana High School that ditches a class, it's going to be kind of hard for you to lecture them too hard.
It is, but are they on top of their grades? I don't know. That's the conversation
there you
we have
go.
to have.
So that's the distinction.
Yes.
That's the distinction. Well, I had this fascinating opportunity a few weeks back.
Yeah.
When Marana High School was having their first playoff game of the season, and got to go out there and be a honorary captain with the mayor and Chief Pridgett. And as we were out there, I began to hear about all of the accolades, and the announcer actually announced them at the halftime. Just one team after another winning state championships or being runners-up or going a long way into the playoffs, and individuals who were, so I just because I think it's important that our residents know what a fantastic school system we have, and that academically it's great, but also from an extracurricular activity standpoint, people are really excelling. So lay some stuff on me. We want to hear it.
I mean, I'm so glad you got to be a part of that game. It was a really exciting game. And I think you can see just how many community members come out to our football games now.
Yes.
I have an interesting perspective because I was an assistant principal at Marana High School in 2017 until 2020, before becoming the principal later. And I've seen a few, eras of our football program, and just seeing the community come out at this point is amazing. It is truly shocking how supportive our community is in coming out and celebrating. The season before this season, we had a 10-0 record for football. It was incredible. We had the Gatorade Player of the Year for Arizona, Desmond Roebuck, and he also won the Ed Doherty Award, which is a huge award, and he's now playing Division I football at Washington, and so he's having great success there.
Yeah.
And then this year we had a 9-1 season and made it into the second round of playoffs, something we're really proud of. I think football gets a lot of.
So I'm going to interrupt
Yeah,
you here.
yeah.
I'm going to interrupt you here because you mentioned the name Roebuck,
Yes,
right?
Yeah.
And it was which is the one that was the Gatorade Player of the Year?
Desmond Roebuck.
Desmond. And so he's up playing, right? And now we also have one that's playing on the team right now.
Yes.
Who had a heck of a game in that playoff game that I wouldn't watch. I don't know if you knew this or not, but. Is it Isaiah? Is there Isaiah Roebuck?
There's Isaiah. He's the oldest, and he played college baseball.
Yes.
Yes.
He's now a police officer with the Marana Police Department.
Yes.
Do you know that?
I did know that.
Oh,
so
okay.
Isaiah was there when I was an assistant principal.
Okay.
And he was always such an awesome, nice kid. And so he's been coming back now to visit at the football games. And I heard he was in the academy and doing super well.
He's doing fantastic, Chief told me. So,
That's
yeah,
great.
Roebuck kids are fantastic athletes and good human beings. So
they
that's
are
good
human beings.
All right.
And yeah, Sean is the youngest of the Roebucks, and he's doing well. He's a junior right now and will play his senior year with us. And their sister Malaysia is a senior right now, and she's been a huge star for us for flag football, which is something we definitely have to talk about today.
All right.
Yes.
Well, let's continue with where you were, you're going when I cut you off there.
No, you're good.
Yeah.
Yeah. So we just, the success of football has been really exciting. And I think football gets a lot of credibility and a lot of people show up for football, but we have a lot of other amazing things going on, which is kind of what I wanted to, talk a little bit about. 3 years ago, the NFL actually put some money into schools who would start a flag football program for girls. And so MUSD decided to be the first district in Southern Arizona to be a part of that. So Mountain View and Marana were the first Southern Arizona teams the first season. So we had to go to Phoenix for basically every game. And we had tremendous success. I think there are a lot of girls who have grown up playing flag football in this area. And so Malaysia Roebuck being, one of those students. And so they kicked off the team 3 years ago, made it well into the playoffs their first year, again, their second year, and then this year, their third year. We made it to the quarterfinals for playoffs, which is just incredible. And I love football, but watching flag football is amazing. These girls are so tough and so fast and just great kids to be around. So it truly is one of my favorite things to watch because they started a program from nothing and they now have a varsity and a JV team.
Oh my goodness.
And a lot of interest. And we have really strong freshmen and sophomores who are going to come up, and I think we're just going to continue to be even better.
That's fantastic. Yeah. Now, I knew that they had a team because the announcer announced it. I had no idea they were that good and that it is pretty short-lived program, right?
Yeah.
And they already are experiencing some incredible success. So that's great to hear.
If we didn't have a state championship for flag football in the next few years, I would be shocked.
Yeah, it sounds like it. Yeah.
Yes.
Sounds like you're well on your way. So that'll be fun and exciting to continue to watch. What other sports out there are really excelling and standing out for Marana?
Yeah, I mean, a lot of them. I think, in the last few years, we've really focused on great hires for coaches because great coaching makes great student athletes even better, right? And so we have recently hired a new baseball coach, Wrigley McGuire, and with a name like that, how can you not be a baseball coach, right?
No kidding.
So he is young, but doing such a great job. He's going into his second season, and we anticipate that baseball is going to do well this year. Softball continues to be successful. We've had our coach, George Corona, for many, many years, and we have a lot of talent on the team this year. Our track team, we have over 200 students come out and participate in the track team every year. And so it is
That's
quite
impressive.
the feat.
Yeah.
So when they travel,
No pun intended. Track quite the feat.
So it's I think we have 11 coaches for track. I mean, it's just a huge program, but we also have student athletes who make it all the way to nationals in Oregon over the summer because they do so well.
That's fantastic.
Yeah. So, and then, winter sports, we always, wrestling's always been a huge success for us. We actually have the Tiger Duels going on today where we have several teams from all over the state come and wrestle against our students.
So kind of a tournament then.
Yes, we have a huge tournament. You would not believe what Marana High School looks like right now.
Oh, really?
I just left a whole bunch of people and came over. It's an honor to be here. So.
Oh, wow. Yeah. Fantastic.
But yeah, We have a new volleyball coach who's, again, a young up-and-comer, and our volleyball team's doing well. This year, we have a new girls basketball coach. So far, our girls basketball team is undefeated.
Wow.
Yeah, so we're drawing bigger and bigger crowds. It's really exciting, and I'm most proud of the fact that our student athletes have grown in their grade point average. They're doing better academically than they have in the past, which is something we're really proud of.
What are you attributing that to?
I think, again, good coaching hires and also just our expectations of academics overall at Marana High School.
That's awesome.
Yeah, we offer educational opportunities for every kind of student, and we are losing fewer students to Sal Point, Basis, and different places. Our students are staying and going to Marana High School because I think we can offer really well-rounded opportunities for kids. So there's, great athletic programs that are getting even better, strong academics with high expectations, and that's leading to a lot of our success.
What else do we have to do? We covered track, right?
Yes.
What else do we have to cover here?
So golf is actually one this year that boys golf. We had, I think, 33 students come out for boys golf. And we can only have 10 of them really on the team. 5 that actually play, and then 5 others that that weave in and out. But we had 33 students come out, and so we worked with our golf course, which is Corey Pines, our home course. And they said, you can have all 33 still come out and golf and practice so that you can continue to build your team.
That's awesome.
Yeah, so it was a great example of how our community comes through for us all the time.
Now, Corey Pines, that's not an easy course.
That is not an easy course.
Wow.
No, it is not.
So I happen to know this. It's a rumor maybe, but Dr. Dan Streeter, superintendent of schools, he's pretty into golf.
He's very into golf. So he and I have that in common.
Oh, really?
I am not a golfer, but my son is a golfer.
Oh.
And so...
Is he on the team?
No, he's only 7.
Okay.
Yes, he's quite the little golfer.
All right.
But he gets to golf actually with some of the Marana High School students during the summer, which is really fun.
How fun is that?
Yeah. So
Dan, I actually golfed with him once. He's a very good golfer.
That's what I hear.
Oh, yeah.
So I'm glad to know.
I won't even go anymore because it's like, I'm embarrassed, man. I can't golf with this guy.
Yeah.
He's hitting the ball straight as an arrow and, 300 yards down the fairway, and I'm missing the ball when I swing at it. So that's embarrassing. I can't do that.
I'm glad to know it's not just a rumor that he's a good golfer.
Oh, no, he's legit good.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay.
He's if he told you that he was good, he's not lying.
Okay.
Yeah.
Well, I don't think he's ever said that,
He
right?
probably
I've just
wouldn't.
heard rumors.
Yeah, he wouldn't say that. In fact, every time I brag on him about being a great golfer, no.
Yeah.
But he is.
Yeah.
And his son's really good.
Yeah, he's playing in college right now.
Even better than him.
Yes.
He told me that his son is consistently beating him now. So
that's awesome.
Yeah.
I mean, that's right. That's what you want for your kids, to be better
100%,
than you were.
100%.
Yeah. But
All right.
his son is a Mountain View graduate, golf team, and playing in college.
Yeah. So any specific athletes that have really, you mentioned one of the Roebucks that has gone on, but any of the other student athletes that are really excelling and getting notoriety on an individual basis? I mean, I realize, these sports are team sports, but anybody that's really kind of excelling and standing out for Marana?
Yeah, we have a student named Tage, and he's a golfer, and he, went pretty far in golf this year. We have a student named Andrew who's a cross country runner. Another program that's just really started to explode. We have girls and boys cross country, and Andrew's had some news stories done on him and just how talented he is, and that he's, again, an all-around great person.
Oh, that's you love hearing that.
Yeah.
When athletes are really good at their craft, but they're also just good people. Yeah.
Yeah, that's what we're really proud of. Our swim team did really well this year. Individual athletes, the kids I'm thinking of, actually a few of them graduated this past year. But in flag football, we Sadie Brown has been an absolute star. We had Adrian, who graduated last year, and she went on to play flag football in college. And so,
Really?
Yeah. We actually have had a few girls last year that graduated and went on to play in college.
That's fantastic.
Yeah. So that's what
Are they giving scholarships yet for flag football?
we have had students get scholarships. Yes.
Wow, that's
Yes.
awesome.
It's a growing opportunity for our students, really.
Now, I heard rumor, it's probably not a rumor because Mark told me, that sand volleyball is really on the rise
It
in high
is.
school sports.
It is. So the challenge that we've had the last few years is we've had to travel for every practice and every
Yeah.
match. And so we actually have had a business owner recently donate to us. They're going to create sand volleyball courts on our campus, which is great.
Oh, that is
Yes.
fantastic.
So we'll be able to. So I think it's going to continue to get even bigger.
Oh, excellent.
And we hope to offer boys sand volleyball here in the near future.
Okay, so right now it's just girls.
girls, yep.
Just girls sand volleyball. Right on. All right. Any other sports stuff or achievement stuff that we want to talk about for Marana so we can brag on our schools and
Absolutely.
let our community know?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Something that we're proud of. We have a new athletic director, Amy Cormel, and she lives and breathes sports, which is really cool. And sometimes I have to tell her to slow down a little bit because I'm going to wear you out and I need you to stick around for us. She was a Division I basketball player in college,
Oh, wow.
and her husband's a scout for the Orioles. And so they really have that passion for sports in their family. Her daughter goes to Marana High and plays softball, really successful. But she has started our media club for students. And so she's selected some students that maybe didn't have a place at Marana High School. They're not athletes, but they have grown in their love and knowledge of media. And so we have students announcing games now and doing some of our social media around athletics, which is really cool. And again, so she started that this year, and we have just seen some students who didn't have that place flourish this year.
Wow.
And actually, right before I left, I read a note from one of the students to Miss Cormel, just thanking her for pushing him and really making him go outside of his boundaries. And so that was really cool. We've had our student athletic leadership team, the SALT team, we call it. And we started that a few years ago. Miss Cormel's kind of taken that to the next level. We have really high expectations for our kids. And so, especially our student athletes, you're a student first and then you're an athlete, but you're also expected to be a leader on our campus. And so we expect you to be the ones picking up trash when you see it. We expect you to be the ones that are stepping in and saying something when something's going on. And so we have representatives from every single sport as a part of the student athletic leadership team. And they are really kind of going out and reaching out to other students, which has been great. All of our sports now have to do a community service project every season. And so that's also, we want to get into the community. The Marana community is giving back to us, and we want to give back to the Marana community.
Caitlyn, that is fantastic. And I think it is so amazing that you're challenging your student athletes to be the leaders and the examples. Because I have found it to be true that when you set an expectation that is a high expectation, and you believe that they will strive toward it, achieve it, that they will work hard to do just that. So it's awesome that you're setting that standard and that you're seeing them actually rise to achieve that. That's fantastic.
Yeah, it's we've just really seen Marana High turn into a place in the last few years that's has those high expectations. And I mean, our AP scores have really blown up in a great way. Our school letter grade continues to grow. And so we're seeing success in all areas. And we know that our student athletes, we want to set them up for success after high school, whether that be playing a sport after high school or just being a lifelong learner and giving back to their community. And so I'm really proud of the progress that we've made. I'm really proud of our students. Our student athletes are really fun to be around and great people. And this is not my favorite story as a high school principal, but we recently had a senior ditch day that was not authorized, as they aren't, which is funny that what I talked about at the beginning of this podcast. But we had a couple of football players who came and did their lifting for 0 hour, and their parents called them out that they could leave to go ditch for the day. And I saw them leaving, and I stopped them and said, you have a you have a playoff game coming up. Is this really your best choice? And they came back into my office 10 minutes later and they're like, Miss Kauffman, we're going to stay for the day. We weren't making the best choice. And I was like, cool, thank you so much. And so I think it's just an example of teenagers are teenagers, right?
Yep.
And they're going to make mistakes.
Sure.
And if we can be there to guide them, and we have great coaches that can guide them and good people around them, I mean, we're unstoppable, really.
Yeah, excellent. So you mentioned this earlier, and I don't know if you want to talk about it or not. You can tell me you don't want to, and that's okay. But you said that you were an athlete in high school.
Yeah.
What sports did you play?
I was a swimmer. So I swam year round. I was a distance swimmer. And people find that crazy.
I find that crazy.
To this day, love to get in the pool and swim 2,500 yards. Like,
oh,
that is
my goodness.
so relaxing to me.
Really?
Yes.
I sink like a rock. I have a hard time treading water because I have to work so hard to tread water. I just like sink.
Yeah.
Yeah.
No, I loved swimming distance. I swam the 200 IM. I swam all 4 years, lettered all 4 years, and had a great time.
At Marana High School?
No, I'm from Yuma. So
you're from Yuma. Okay.
One of the things that drew me.
Were you a criminal?
No, my mom was.
Your mom was a criminal.
My mom was a criminal. I was a Cibola Raider. And one of the things that drew me to apply in Marana was it felt like home. When I was driving out to Marana High School, driving through the fields, and that really felt like home. And I still feel that way very much. Yeah. So it's
excellent.
It's really cool. But yeah, so that was my sport in high school. Did you play any sports in high school?
Oh, we're turning the tables here.
I am. I'm interviewing you now.
Yes, I did. Yeah, I played football until my freshman year, and then my dad moved us to a different school and said, "Man, you got to pick one sport," because they had to drive us to school every day because it was a private school. Okay. And I ended up picking basketball. Even though I was probably better at football, I ended up picking basketball because the season was longer. You played more games. You played 24 games as opposed to 9. Yeah. So, I played basketball through high school and into college for a few years, Division III. So that was my sport.
Okay.
So, yeah.
That's really cool. Did you grow up here in Marana?
No, I grew up in Michigan.
Okay.
Yeah, I'm a Michigander. So born and raised, moved out here to go to work at Tucson Police Department.
Awesome.
So talk to me, because I heard that the Marana High School band, the marching band, is pretty impressive.
Yes, I'm so glad you brought that up. I think it's so important. I was in marching band in high school and got to be a part of all the football experience.
A swimmer, and what'd you play? What instrument?
I played the clarinet.
Played the clarinet. Right on.
And I think it's so important. Our band really makes or breaks the crowd at a football game, right? Like, they really get the people going.
They are so energetic.
They are so energetic. We had the most incredible band director for 20 years, Mr. Jim Atterbury. He was the heart and soul of Marana High School, just loved being a Tiger. And he wanted to slow his pace of life, which I understand because a marching band director works many, many hours. So he's working at Tangerine Farms in Tortolita now, and we got a new band director this year, Mr. Javier Aguilar. And he has been such an energetic, great person to bring on board. He really, again, raised the bar. We talk about raising the bar. He doubled the number of practices students are doing. They're, marching on Saturday mornings after marching Friday night at a football game.
Oh, wow.
And he really raised the bar, and our students got 6th in the state this year.
Sixth in the state?
Which
Fantastic.
is huge progress.
Yeah.
So really, really proud of them.
I was very impressed by them, sitting there in the bleachers, not only with what they did on field, but when they were sitting there in the stands, the level of enthusiasm that they had and the energy that they brought, really got the crowd into it as well. So great job, Marana High School marching band.
I agree. And I think it's important to share, too, when we talk about success and students who really bring the energy to our community. Our dance team, they were national champions last year. And so,
yes, that's right. Went all the way to nationals and won. Yeah, featured in news stories and all kinds of stuff.
Yes. Yeah, so they have had huge success. They are just wonderful. We had an assembly last week and we had an emergency, so we had to quickly pivot to a different gym. The music wasn't working, so the dance team started performing with music, and about 20 seconds in, they lost the music. Those girls counted 8 beats for the rest of their performance. They continued the entire performance, didn't miss a beat. They're just really,
True
really
professionals.
impressive. Oh, they're so impressive. Yeah.
That is very impressive.
Yes.
Well, Caitlyn, I just want to thank you so much for joining me here on the show. I think it's important for our residents to know and understand that we have an incredible school system here in Marana. And, I've had Dr. Streeter on here talking a few times about growth in Marana for the schools and the academic side of things. But I think to talk a little bit about the extracurricular activities and the sports specifically, many, many good things going on out there at Marana High School. And I so appreciate you and your leadership there and what's going on. So thanks so much for joining us. I really do appreciate it.
It's really an honor to be here. And Terry, I've loved getting to know you over the last few years, and I appreciate your support and always being such a cheerleader for Marana High School. We really are proud of what we're doing. We're proud of our students. We're really grateful to have great staff, and we're going to just keep, again, raising the bar and being better than we were last year.
Fantastic. Thank you, Caitlyn. And to our listeners, so appreciate you joining us. Make sure you send your questions in to us. Until next time. Submit your questions by visiting maranaaz.gov/realtalk, and we'll answer them right here. To receive notifications for new releases, remember to hit subscribe wherever you get your podcast. Also, remember to follow the town on Facebook, X, formerly known as Twitter, and Instagram to stay up to date on current news and events.